gotta get another profile pic. Like, I don't know, I'm fond of my hat right now. Maybe I should get a picture of my hat and my beard and just blue screen the rest of my face. And that's my profile pic. I keep getting this fucking map. Give me the one that has more Go Boomers, please. Box lock. It's too strong. Didn't see it there. I think these are the last two go boomers, and I don't really need to kill anything else. wait, shouldn't I just be able to keep 63 decks? Because it always goes in order. Aw, I just wanted to dance with you guys. Zonde actually has some range now. That's right, I improved it. Forgot. I hear so much shit in this version of the game. I better get to like level 70 off of just Forest alone. Trying to find the item I want. But I want to get better items. The only thing I really want here is the Suniti drop. So it's either 1 in 10,000 or if the drop rate has been improved, it's 1 in 1,000. So I should be able to get it, like, within a month. Should be able to. Oh shit. I'm on the enhancement pack. Can you get just the Scylla and alt? Oh really? I haven't looked at what the item drops are on the enhancement pack yet. So I didn't know it was on Ultimate. Yo, hey Jump. Thanks. I wish I had put my 2 weeks in 2 weeks ago when I learned that I had the job. Or well, when I was told that I basically have the job guaranteed. The recruiter said, we'd love to have you, we'll get this all sorted out. And then it took him 2 weeks to get back to me, and about 4 days of negotiating pay. I should have put my 2 weeks in, like, last week, Friday. Ooh, special weapon. It's a Gito. Percent on it, though. Hindsight is 2020. No, there's a specific reason why I didn't, though. Like, I could have very easily just put my 2 weeks notice in last week. Very easily. I could have done it a week ago or 2 weeks ago when I was told that I have the job. They're just waiting on paperwork. I wanted to actually physically see the offer. I didn't want to just rely on them saying, hey, you have the job, so go ahead and quit your current one. I was waiting until they gave me an actual offer. They didn't give me an actual offer until yesterday. Yeah, everyone I talked to was like, man, you have a lot more patience than us. The one person that her last day was yesterday, the one coworker I had, she put her 2 weeks in. She only just got her job offer. So the job that she interviewed for, she just got the position. I'm not about to go be jobless on a single job. I had been waiting for any job to contact me. Like, for a significant amount of time. You gotta remember, I started applying for jobs in September of 2023. That's nearly 2 full years ago. The one time a job actually gives me an interview, I'm not gonna give that up. Yeah, it is a little bit my fault it took so long to get a job interview. I was only applying to jobs that was within a 10-minute drive range of my house. So I very severely limited myself, and it wasn't until this year that I started applying elsewhere and also back to pharmaceuticals. I tried to avoid doing pharmaceuticals because, fuck, I don't like this industry. I don't like this, you know? This isn't a thing for me. This is just not for me. I don't care. I don't care about it. And so I can do the work, but if you ask me to be invested into it, I'm just gonna say no, fuck you. Like, what do you want from me? But yeah, currently, I need to... My start date is actually I've asked for the end of the month, so the 30th of June, the end of next month, is my start day. Which is nice. So I'll get it 2 weeks off. It'll give me a chance to go get a new phone, or new phone battery, because I'm not going to have a desk. It's going to be a normal manufacturing job. I'll get there, I'll put my gowning on, and then I'll go to manufacturing and just go to break room every couple hours. So I won't have a desk, I won't be able to have a phone charger, I won't be able to plug my phone in at all times. My phone will just die at 80%. You get the idea of attempting to get a close commute, the idea of driving for... Dude, my half an hour drive, I fucking hated it because people don't know how to fucking drive. I drive on on the Beltline, which is just like a really fucking busy highway. It's like, I'm terrified of people. Every other day is a fucking traffic jam. Like, I literally had to slam on the brakes at some point because the people ahead of me don't fucking slow down. They just see the person ahead of them stop and like, oh shit, better stop with them. Slam! Motherfuckers, slow down! If you see a car not moving ahead of you, you keep going fucking 70 miles an hour in a 55 isn't going to make them move any faster. And most of the time, it's not because of some kind of traffic accident. No, some motherfucker in the fucking third lane to the left, decided, I'm gonna go in the off-ramp now. And fucking cuts through 3 lanes of fucking traffic to get to an off-ramp, making everyone fucking stop. It's so annoying. Because that takes, like, fucking 3 weeks to clear up. 3 weeks, a little exaggeration. It clears up by the time I get to work, but it's still annoying. I'd go through the heart of San Antonio, and that was 7 lanes of stuff. Yeah, no, that's much worse than what I have to deal with. Wisconsin doesn't have, like, stupid heavy traffic like that. But, like, this is the closest thing to stupid heavy traffic. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The drive is awful. I don't like the drive. Nice. But like, on top of that, like, half an hour is a very long time to drive. It feels like a very long drive to me. I don't like it at all. I have coworkers that literally drive a full hour to get to the job. Why would you have a job where you have to drive for an hour? Like, going to visit my parents, I have to drive 2 full hours there, and then I stay for an hour and a half, and then I stay at my parents' house a shorter time than it takes me to drive home. Why the fuck would you have a job that is half that time, and you drive every fucking day? Every day you need to fill up on fuel. Like, how are you saving money? How are you earning money? Fuel's fucking expensive. Lives an hour away from school. I genuinely do not know how people can do that. Like, that is a commitment, and I do not have the willpower to do that. Half an hour is my limit. I will not drive anything longer than 30 minutes. Because that's a lot of time to drive, and every day has to be here. Yeah, no, I don't get that. I don't get how people can do that. I think of it in this perspective. In a different country, people don't visit their parents they visit their parents like twice a year because the distance between them and their parents is a 45-minute drive. In the States, that's just a Tuesday. But in another country, that's a fucking day-long trip to go visit significant others and family members. Like, why do I have to do that drive every single day for a job? It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. I know half an hour isn't a lot to some people, but just to me it is. I just don't get it. 1 hour commute and the pay makes it worth it. It would be very difficult to find something closer. And it would be, I don't know. I mean, fair. Yeah, I know, definitely had a coworker that hour-long commute. He also had a second job. Like, that's the other thing. He had an hour-long commute and had 2 jobs. So he had Wednesday through Saturday, 10-hour shift, and then he had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday AM shift at a different job. And he just did a half day on Wednesday. And then came to the other job. And it's just like, that's fucking crazy. I know why he had to do that. Basically, he was like straight flat broke, and a lot of the money that he obtained was like from government grants and stuff. And because of that, he was stupid deep in debt because those government grants are not nice to people that are poor. Anything goes up? Yeah, I'm taking a $15 an hour pay cut. My current job that I put my 2 weeks in for pays $35 an hour. The job I'm going to pays $20 an hour. That's how bad the job I'm leaving is. If the job was like half decent, if I was just exhausted from the work, then yeah, maybe I'd still stick around because it should get better. But no, just there's too much shit behind the scenes that makes it awful to stay there, and everyone fucking hates it. And I know not everyone in the company is in as good a position as I am, because I can leave. I can leave. I can take this huge pay cut and survive for a decent amount of time. Like, I have enough money in my savings where I could probably live without a job for about a year. Based on what I pay and what I spend. Yeah, based on what I spend, I could probably live for about a year without a job. But that's about it. That'd be the maximum. I don't have any pets. I don't have any children. I don't have a significant other. I have video games. My video games are as old as me, so... And they still work. Yeah, the travel reason is just a nice bonus. Honestly, I had other jobs I've applied to that are just as far as my current job, but they would also pay about $20 an hour. That's how desperate I was. I would have taken another job that was $20 an hour that also had a half an hour commute. Like, I fucking hate this place with a passion. This job is just bad. Like, you're not treated like a person. You're not treated human. It's terrible. And then they have all these, like, employee appreciation meetings and things. And it's just like, you're not appreciating us. They literally give us the cheapest fucking food they can find. Oh, God. Didn't think that was gonna kill. Hello, George. Yeah, I need to fill out a background check on my current job right now. I'm taking a break from filling that out. Basically, I don't remember the name of my supervisor from my previous job. So the job I had right before the one I'm leaving. Right before I left, we were acquired by a different company. And the supervisor I had initially, the Chad that he is, the guy's name was Chad, he left to a different position in the same company. So I don't remember the guy that replaced him. Struggling to remember at all. So I'm reaching out to people I talked to there and seeing if they can tell me the guy's name. Because I worked with him for, what, less than a week? And because I don't remember his name, I can't put his name in the thing. And because I can't put his name in the thing, I can't fill out this background check form. It's kind of silly. But yeah. I'm feeling a lot better. I've literally gotten up at 10:30 2 days in a row now. That's a new record for me. The last time I did that was because my parents were here and my dad made noise because he was starting the work on the house. 1991 model. Goku. Goku! So here's a thing at my job that I gotta figure out. We have this in-house currency. I call it Catalan cash. And I need to figure out what to spend it on. I don't think I need that dragon HP either, but I'm gonna hold on to it just in case. But yeah, I have what, 9,500 points to spend, and 700 points is supposed to be like roughly $30, I guess, roughly. But like that doesn't make any sense. What can I spend it on? There are so many fucking things I can spend it on here. Okay, let me just tell you the list of things I'm interested in spending it on. A rowing machine, a guitar with an amp, a toothbrush, a coffee table, $400 in Best Buy gift cards. And yes, Best Buy, that's the only one that's worth it. I could get Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation gift cards, but like the 9,500 points ends up being like close to $200. I get double that, or I get more than double that if I get it from Best Buy alone. But also, that's a waste of fucking money. 700 points is supposed to be about $30. So why the fuck am I spending 9,000 points on $400? That don't make no goddamn sense to me. So I have 13, all right, times 35. So I have about $475 worth? Is that right? $475 worth. What credit card is this? It's not a credit card, it's the in-currency. So I have, yeah, about $475 worth, and I can get $400 of Best Buy gift cards, or I can get $200 of gift cards from literally any other place. There's the game stores that I mentioned, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. They don't have one for Steam, they don't have one for Amazon. I could get Buffalo Wild Wings, I can get a ton of fucking different restaurants, and all those will be under $200 as well, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. The toothbrush costs fucking 8,100 points. That's more than the guitar. The guitar with a full amp costs 7,000 points. Why does the toothbrush cost more than a guitar? I looked up the retail cost of that toothbrush. It's $30 fucking. Why is it 8,000 points? They're literally trying to rip you off at this thing. The Catalan cash is not a reward. They're holding you fucking hostage. The worst part is, if you get any points, that income is taxed. That counts as taxable income. And you're getting taxed on that. And it's coming out of your fucking paycheck. Why? So if I don't spend it, I just lose it. Oh shit, PSO World is down. Does it give you a blowjob or? I don't want to know. I don't know, it's a rechargeable toothbrush. It comes with a plug, but it's a basic ass fucking toothbrush. I don't get it. Souls. Yep, soul advisors. All right. I was very confused looking at it. Oh, I can't buy soul advisors regularly. Fuck. All right. I can't buy mono things anymore. All right, whatever. Looks like I got a free Switch. Dude, they don't offer a Switch 2. They offer a fucking the Nintendo currency is just for their Nintendo Play Store, and that's a terrible value. The Nintendo Play Store is like one of the worst ones. For the $475 worth of points I have, I can get fucking, what, $100 worth of Nintendo points? Dude, that's worse than just anything. Nintendo's just so fucking cheap. Hardly anything goes on sale for Nintendo, so it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. I forgot to get my handgun. But yeah, other things I can get a table saw, I could get a bunch of power tools. I can get a spare battery instead of a power tool that comes with a battery. The spare battery costs more than the fucking power tools that come with a battery. Don't get it. This store makes no sense. But yeah, looking at the rowing machine actual retail value is like $500. The guitar is closer to $500 with an amp and stuff included. I can get an acoustic bass for, I think that one was like half my points. That's like 5,430 points or something. And mind you, like 700 points is supposed to be $35. So yeah, I don't know how an acoustic bass is cheap. I don't know like most retail values of things because prices of shit just fluctuates wildly. I don't get it. I think my best bet is just to get the $400 in Best Buy gift cards and then just go to Best Buy and see what the fuck I can get. Because there's nothing I really want from this store. Is there anything I really need? Not really. I'm trying to decide what I want. Like, the thing I am mostly looking at right now is just getting the rowing machine. Because that's an exercise equipment I can use. Although all the rowing machines on there, if I were to order it from Amazon, it would probably be probably a little cheaper. But they also, I probably wouldn't be able to use them effectively because the effective weight limit on all these rowing machines that are available is about 250 pounds. I'm nearly 400. I'm like 383 or something like that. And I'm looking to get back into weight, or back into shape a little bit. I want to lose more weight. I want to be not depressed and actually get back into an exercise routine, like an actual good one. I have my exercise bike, or my bike trainer. I have my bike. Oh, right, I could buy a new bike. I could buy a brand new bike with the points I have. I'm trying to be very efficient with my money, and I just think spending all of my points, the exact 9,500 points I have, on a guitar with an amp would be great. Do I plan on learning how to play it? Fuck, I don't know. Maybe I will. If I have it, maybe I'll learn. But most likely, no. Am I gonna check out Borderlands 4? No. Borderlands 3 was kind of meh. Borderlands 3 was literally a low-tier game. And the people who wrote the story for Borderlands 3 are also writing the story for Borderlands 4. Those people don't know how to write stories, and they should not be in the industry. So the game's story is going to suck ass, and the game mechanics, they look neat, but they don't look like anything new from what they did previously. It just looks like a rehash, a shiny new Borderlands 3. It looks neat, but it doesn't look like it's going to be neat. But yeah, no, that if I'm paying $80 for a game, it has to be something worth my money, and that's not worth my money. Like, they're gonna have to actually do something to make it worth buying that shit. Alright, Ives, this is for you. You didn't like to see the Ushasu? So have your Nandin. Randy Pitchford is just the worst. Dude, they're a AAA game company. They literally don't give a shit about the game they're creating. They're trying just to get as much money as they can. Like, this is the industry we're in now. Literally, they're buying fucking game journalists that are saying, indie devs are destroying the game companies. They're making it unprofessional. Players are going to expect cheap, fun games. Yes, that's what we expect. Games should not cost $10 million to make. We have multiple different game studios that have proven this. But the current list of games that are on the Game of the Year contenders, Claire Obscure, that's like the one I know, and I played through it, and it's so fun. I want to do another playthrough of it, but like I want my second playthrough to be with someone who hasn't experienced it yet, you know? I'm waiting for a day where I can invite my brother over and he could just play it, and I can just sit there with him and just enjoy the story again. I know how my brother plays through the game. He's just gonna rush the story. He's probably gonna skip all the cutscenes too, but I want to try and convince him to watch the cutscenes. Because that game was worth it. That game was worth far more than the $50 I paid for it. Is Borderlands 4 gonna be right? No. Borderlands 3 was not worth a $70 pay for it. The actual amount of money I would have paid for Borderlands 3 is about $15. If I had known the contents of the game when it came out, if I had known how much I would have enjoyed it, I would have paid $15 for it. It wasn't worth $70. And if it's going to be made by the same developers that did Borderlands 3, nothing against the game devs personally. Like, the reason why the game sucked was because the fucking game company had an agenda. I'm sure they did really good, and it just turned out bad. Due to just fucking the company pushing for shit, for like early release date and stuff. Not letting them do the content they want, only greenlighting certain things. Like, the CEO of the company doesn't give a fuck about how the game turns out, they just care that it makes money. Like, that's all it is. They only care that they are getting more and more money. It's a business, not a hobby. The games industry is just depressing right now. It's about as depressing as my job, because it's something I actually am invested in. And it's just annoying to see fucking becoming a political thing. Not political, that's not the right word. It's all about business now. It's not about whether or not the game's fun. It's about if it'll sell. That's why Call of Duty hasn't changed its formula in like 20 years. That's why they have the same game over and over and over and over and over again. That's why NBA Sports or whatever the fuck sports ball games EA keeps shoving out with their, what, $20 million title, and they literally, only thing they ever do is improve the graphics, nothing else. They added gambling to the game for some fucking reason. Yeah, let's just make the players and give them random stats. People love that. Oh, let's put them into fucking loot boxes. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. I will support indie devs forever. Like, if Claire Obscure is like anything to go off of, if more games come out like that, that's how games should be. That's how games were when I was growing up. Like, when I was a kid, it wasn't about how much money you put into the game. $10 million in the game does not make it good. It makes it shiny, and you can still have a shiny piece of shit. Like, you can polish a fucking... You can literally polish shit until it's gold, and it's not gonna make it good. Like, I don't know what else to say. If game companies would let the developers actually make a game that they want to make, if they don't limit them for some fucking reason to be a fun game and let them actually just develop, games would be great. Like, maybe Call of Duty would be more than would actually have a fun story or something, but no, it's like literally, oh, there's wars, two countries hate each other, they're gonna shoot each other, now play multiplayer, now we're a separate game disc and you have to pay for it again. Investors are too scared of things being different, might as well potentially not games 1.9. Yeah, right? That's why Pokemon is failing. It's funny, I say Pokemon's fail. Pokemon's too big to fail. But like people that have grown up with Pokemon see Pokemon nowadays and they're like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck is this shit? Like, the game is a buggy fucking mess. You don't have like good Pokemon designs anymore. There's every once in a while there's a neat little one, but like game mechanics are just kind of fucked to keep going back and forth reverting them. They're currently trying to trying to own game mechanics, which is just terrible for competition. Like, if you want a game to be good, you have to have some kind of competition, because then you just have to make your game better. Nintendo is trying to avoid that by just owning the industry. It's terrible. I don't really know how else to go about that. I like this. You can get mad about games being shit rather than get mad about my fucking job. That's actually refreshing. 2D platformer still? Yeah, no, they literally could release. They already released Scarlet Violet. Scarlet Violet was like literally proof that they can release shit and people will still fucking buy it. Like, I bought Scarlet and Violet. I bought both fucking games. I didn't want both fucking games. Why did I buy both games? Why am I part of the problem? I didn't buy the DLCs because the base games were absolute fucking garbage. I wasted money. I know I wasted money. I had no reason to waste money, and I still wasted money. I think it was because I was just depressed at my current job, and I just needed to fucking... I needed to spend money, and I needed to go on a... I needed to... What the fuck is the word for it? I needed to... I just needed to depress spend money I didn't have. Last time I did that, I bought a $5,000 PC. I could have saved myself $3,000 if I didn't buy a fucking, one of the most expensive graphics cards there were at the time. Shit, that graphics card cost me $1,800 alone. I got all the bells and whistles, and like, this is when graphics cards and shit were already struggling to be available. So when I built this PC, and it's just like, okay, sure, I'll pick the one that's $1,800 instead of the one that's $300. That's a great choice. Great financial decision by me. That's the only reason why my PC cost $5,000. It's because I went out of my way to buy a graphics card that was more expensive than what it was worth. And then, of course, I looked up the graphics card after I got my PC, and it's like, everyone's like, avoid buying this! It's not good! It's terrible! It'll run terribly on your PC! I haven't had a problem with it. I'm very happy that I have had the exact opposite experience of what everyone else was saying. I bought the worst graphic card in the market at the time, and it just worked out for me. But yeah, now that being said, my $5,000 PC was obsolete within 2 weeks. Because they brought out more graphic card things, and it's just like, well, shit, I should have waited 2 more weeks, but you know, I needed to... I think I picked up this habit from my mom, where if I'm not in a good mood, I just have to spend money to make myself feel something. I had to spend that $5,000 that I didn't actually have. No, I had money set aside for it. I had exactly $5,000 set aside for the computer. Problem was, after I got the computer, I didn't have any monitors and shit for it, so I had to spend another, like, $500 just getting shit to be able to run the PC. You have a GeForce 1650, it does everything you want to, why would you get anything? That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Yeah, I just needed to desperation spend money when I was in a bad thing. I got caught up in the Gotta Catch 'Em All. I mean, yeah, I guess kind of. I did enjoy my time through Scarlet and Violet just catching every single Pokemon before getting the stupid motorcycle. Like, I went around the entire map, all my Pokemon were level 100 before I got the motorcycle, before I started fighting anyone. It was a good time. Definitely feel like something with the camera situation going on. Oh, you mean behind me? Yeah, no, that's just me. This is my mental, the state of my mental health right now. Getting a PC when you graduate, laptop just fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to work on. If you don't have time for games, why bother with a big ass rig? That's smart. World game things we can use for very other. Oh yeah, this game is. Shroom Cam? It's not a Shroom Cam. That's the wild. What would I call it? Wacky inflatable flailing tube Carl. WIF. No, wacky flailing inflatable tube card. WFI. PC. Yeah, it's the WFI PC. Wacky flailing inflatable tube Carl. Now with 260% more bones. Or 2,600% more bones. I don't know how many bones are in the body. Wacky waving inflatable arm too. No, it's wacky flailing inflatable tube, Carl. It's legally distinct, just so I can't have any copyright issues. That gnome looks like he's had bits. I don't know which gnome you're referring to. There's no gnomes on the screen. You got a space elf, 2 humans clustered together in a tight space. Oh, I'm glad sodomizers are still the thing to feed this, because I didn't bother checking to see if it was different. Space elf. If you're looking at the top picture, that's 2 humans and an elf. Waiting for a quest at the quest counter. Am I on Return to Regal? No, I'm on Dreamcast. I have played through Return to Regal already, and I did, what, two characters, and I had plans for a third, but it kind of just fell off. Because Return to Regal is exactly what it is. It's a fan-made mod that's kind of shit. Drop rates are too easy. Melee weapons are broken as fuck. You don't need every single melee weapon in the game to have plus 900 attack power, and you don't need it to cleave through 12 targets at a time. Felt like you're getting with a bunch of... Yeah, the drop rates were overcompensated. That's not how... I don't have a really good way to say it. The way that PSO works, the drop rate need to be like 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 or something. Yeah, and Enhancement Pack isn't perfect either. Reckoning a plus 47 against first plus. I had a dagger I got plus 99, right? Plus 99 dagger, and I found it with like 30, 40 hit. I used that from normal mode to very hard. Like, shit was broken. Like, that game is very... That mod is very poorly balanced. I was kind of hoping that there would be like a patch for the mod at some point. But there really isn't. There hasn't been since last I checked. Last I checked was like almost a month ago, a little more than a month ago, somewhere around a month. Yeah, there were some things I really liked about the Return to Regal mod. I liked the fact that canes, rods, and wands all had like an additional use, but like that kind of fell off hard. If you got any rare item, any rare force item, all of a sudden it had plus 100% damage to foe, and that was it. Like 100% damage to foe plus 50% damage to grants. Like not every rare force weapon needs 100% damage to foe. What about all the other fucking spells? On top of that, all the fucking force weapons, if you wanted to cast magic, was fucking obsolete. Because you had physical damage. Every single rod was turned into a double saber. Double sabers cleaved 4 targets. Do you know how strong cleaving through 4 targets is? They increased the sword targeting, like the swords and partisans could cleave up to 12 targets instead of their normal 10. Which is cool, great, yeah. But you can't have more than 10 targets in front of you, so that extra cleaving targets were useless. On top of that, if you get 4 targets in front of you, having a weapon that does half the damage of a double saber wasn't ideal. Just use the double saber. Hit 4 targets in front of you for big fucking damage. Single target weapons just out DPS any kind of ranged, any kind of AoE type weapon. Any kind of multi-hitting weapon was outclassed by single target damage. And single target damage can cleave in this game, in the Return to Regal mod. So why the fuck would you ever use anything? TGS was outclassed by like a double cannon. Significantly outclassed. The Black King Bar is just like any double saber was the best weapon in that mod. It was bad. I think the last thing I played was my full Marl. I made a full Marl. I got a Caduceus because the drop rate was off of a rare enemy, like almost guaranteed. I found one with 95% hit. I used that from like level 1 and all the way through Ultimate. I never casted a single fucking spell that I didn't need to cast because it was so fucking broken. That's bad. Like, I understand that on Dreamcast you can be viable as a melee foe, but you can't be viable at level 1. Like, that shit was poorly balanced. Very poorly balanced. He knew it, everyone that played it knew it. Like, it's fun for a one-time thing if you need just a one-off game to play. But it definitely didn't feel like PSO. But like I said, there were a couple good things in there. I liked how, right before I went on a huge tangent, I did like how the force weapons, the basic force weapons, all increased some aspect about the force's damage, which was neat. It wasn't the best way to handle it, but I liked it. I liked how it was handled. It could be tweaked to be a little bit better, but it was a step in the right direction. DC only starts being good once you hit high levels and belts. Yeah, absolutely. That's probably how it should be, so forces can be played like a force before you get to that point. Like, just genuinely, Rangers were bad at Return to Regal because the Ranger weapons, everything was turned into a needle, but like, needles were bad. Needles weren't necessarily bad. They weren't as strong as like single target weapons. It was just weird. It was handled very poorly. I liked the Agitos, the DB Sabers, and the Flowing Swords all having a unique special tied to them. That was good. Each different one had a different special, and they were all viable. They were all usable. Cleaves also got additional cleaves. So rare weapons. Rare weapons. So sabers, like the basic weapons, like sabers, daggers, and whatnot, for single target got up to 2 targets, right? You get a rare weapon, you get up to 4 targets. Double sabers, twin brand, double saber, MKB, the frickin' double cannon, EKB, whatever the fuck. They just, you got up to 4 targets total, so you could hit 4 things at the same time. And then, of course, the swords were useless. Like, swords, I already just finished complaining about this, but like, swords had less damage than sabers, and sabers hit the same number of targets as swords did. There's 0 reason to use a sword. Like, genuinely 0 reason to use a sword. Souls. Like, this game, Return to Regal was neat because it did what other people have never tried to do before. They tried to balance the game in such a way that it was playable. I don't think they did it successfully. They did some really cool things that were neat and gave some neat ideas, but like, a lot of things were just no. A lot of things were just no. They let Phony use Heaven's Punisher, and you get Phony had Divine Punch. Oh right, I forgot about that. I got a Heaven's Punisher, like fairly early on into my playthrough, and I was like, I gotta do that, and then I completely forgot because I got bored, like really quickly, because the rest of the game was just like, eh. It's like, why should I? Oh, I already have that. I already have that. I don't have that yet, though. I don't know why I didn't have, why I didn't think I had those. Yeah, give me a sec. I'm gonna get those. What time is it? 12:17. All right, I gotta go start my air fryer so I can make food. I have in here. I have D-Pan 12. Okay, I have D-Pan 12 in here. I don't need to go get that. Never mind. Actually, I have a shift to 12. Keep putting all that money away just to realize I still need some money. DP is kind of useless gimmick. Yeah, it is. So here's the thing about light damage. Everything's resistant to it. Like, everything resists light damage, so just anything with light damage is useless. If you want the game to be balanced in a better way, you need to redo the resistances. You have to remove the monster's like 90% resistance to light damage. I don't care how strong the spell is. If it's supposed to be the ultimate insta-kill spell, it has to feel like it. Every monster that has like a 75 to 90% light resist, and you use that, and you hit for 200 damage, and then you use Zonde, and you hit for 500 damage, it's like, why the fuck do I have a light spell? It costs 5 times as much TP, casts like half the speed, and does less than half the damage. It does chew through the Dardon, but the Drawdon. Yeah, it... Yeah, you wish this game had some kind of multicast mechanic. Things were improved like beyond PSO, so if you go to like the PSU, they changed things up quite a bit and just expanded the spell list. This game is very simplistic. You gotta remember that PSO was a very, very simplistic game. And there's a ton of ways you could go about fixing it, but like, it's like a tricky balance, because the way it is in like base, it just feels like the best way for it to be, regardless of all its flaws and shit. Almost everything being immune to light and dark, so Mega is useless because it's just insta-kill, doesn't do any damage. Oops, I forgot to... Like, Mega is kind of shit, and unless you're in GameCube and doing episode 2, you're never really going to use it. And then if you go online episode 2, things are still immune to it, or at least 50% resistant to it. The things that are weak to it are 50% resistant. That's crazy. Do a medium, double cast, heavy, cast. Yeah, that would be a neat way to do it. I don't know if there'd be any kind of way to implement it now. Maybe someone could mod the game to do that kind of thing. Charging a spell? I mean, look at how PS0 works. You can cast the spell without charging it, or you could charge the spell and like boost the damage, kind of what you're saying. That's how I would like to see it done. Like, it does the same thing, but better when you charge it. Okay, I threw about everything at the wall. A lot stuck, but not everything. That's there. Enhancement pack does change alt resistances, including light resist, but in your opinion, it also lowers all the resistance a little bit too much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play through as a force on version 2. I would kind of want to just try to play through the game vanilla before I do enhancement pack, just to get a feel for how the game felt originally versus how it was modified. Because I don't think I could have a fair comparison to... I don't think I can get a proper experience of the game if I go just straight into a modded version of the game without testing out how it felt originally. I can't touch it. Right. Okay, 21. I actually have to stop for a sec. I need to... I don't care about saving the buff. I need to go start my air fryer and put some food in it. I need to make lunch for work. Be right back. Five minutes for the air fryer. And then throw the chicken in. Ideally, my favorite way that I could see PSO being modded would be that in a similar vein to how, like, a combination of how PSP2i, or PSP2, I guess, Phantasy Star Portable 2 is handled, as a combination of that with PS0, just in a closer style to that of how PSO is, you know? Like, I would like to have the spell system of PSP2, just the spell and maybe the class system of PSP2, while having like the playstyle of PS0, where it's similar to PSO, where you still have like the 3 bars. You have heavy, normal, and special attacks, and you get to put your spells on the bar, rather than having it tied to the weapon. You would need to like expand what every class can use for weapons. Like hunters use all melee weapons and whatnot. I mean, that's what the class system would kind of fix, right? You could have different styles of hunters, or you get to pick and choose which weapons you want. So you could just like pick and choose exactly what you want, and then say you want to be a hunter, but you want to use force stuff. How PSP2 handles it is it takes more points to be able to use an off-class weapon, right? So you could have an S-class cane or wand as a force or as a hunter, but like, there's no real good reason for you to do that in PSP2. I would like to see that happen in just like in PSO, where it's just like, I want to use a Psycho Wand on my hunter, not because I want to cast spells on it, but because I want to hit something with the Psycho Wand. I literally just want to walk around with a force weapon and then hit things with it. I want to hit people with a big stick. Right? And that's how, like, that's how PS0 kind of handles it, in kind of like that. Forces do damage based on their MST, with their physical damage. Force weapons do damage based off of MST, which I think is awesome. I think that's a good way to handle it. You can make melee forces like very usable early on in the game, and still have melee forces or physical damage forces be viable in the late game as well, with just physical damage weapons. There's never a perfect version. Of course not. No, of course not. The way that I would like to, like what I'm explaining is how I would like this game to like go in that direction. My phone almost dead. Is my version of PSO ideal? To some people, probably not. I would like to see a mismatch of those mechanics together. I would like to experience them. I would like to see how it feels. Do I know if it's going to be good? Hell no. I want to see if it's good. I want to see if it feels good, or if it feels right. Because if it feels right, then we should go in that direction. I don't want PSO2. I don't want New Genesis type bullshit. I don't want, oh hey, every class has 1 or 2 weapons you can use, and that's it. You're limited to that 1 or 2 weapons, and you're forced to build a skill tree around that weapon. I don't want that. I want my hunters to have fucking 12, 13 different weapons, and I want to get a rare weapon that's so good that I have only that to use. Sonic Team had a lot of games to figure out how the formula should be. Yeah, I know. They keep fucking changing it. They changed it. They changed the fantasy series into a generic MMORPG, and it's bad. I know a lot of people love PSO2, and not New Genesis. I'm chill with that. If you like PSO2, nothing against you. I didn't like PSO2. PSO2 just felt too generically MMO. They tried to force a playstyle onto people, and that playstyle wasn't for me. I didn't like how they took the Phantasy Star out of the Phantasy Star game. They just took this out of PSO2. It was bad. All right, air fryer's ready. I'll be right back. Alright. Wonder how much of the original PSO staff even remained by PSO2. I would have to imagine not many, because that game just didn't have anything PSO related. They had the cosmetics. Like, that's for me, PSO just didn't have the spirit of PSO. They had mags, they had space elves, they had all the weapons, they had all the references, but it wasn't PSO. That wasn't PSO. Like, yeah, this game has a lot of reference callbacks to the original Phantasy Stars and stuff. And that's cool and stuff, but like, that was like new for the age this game came out. And just carrying that into future games lost its luster. PSU is PSU. Yeah, I'm not claiming that anything's different. There are things in PSU that I would love to see in PSO, like some small quality of life things, some small changes that could be added to PSO. Specifically PSP2i, because original vanilla PSU, no. PSU is PSU, don't do that. And I hope not to see any mechanics from PSO2 in PSO. I don't want that generic-ass MMO RPG experience. That just made the game bad. Here's a thing that I think would be really cool. So this would be like a difference. I was thinking in my mind as I was throwing my chicken in the air fryer. So PSP2 has a prestige system where you take your character's level and reduce it back down to 1, and you get a certain number of skill points based on how many levels you had, right? And then you use those points to increase your base stats. It kind of replaced the materials that PSO has. So you didn't have to go out of your way to grind for it, but it just artificially increased your playtime so you could keep playing it longer and stuff. I would like to see it tried in a game PSO setting closer to what this game is. I don't know if it would do well in PSO, because a lot of this game is grinding, finding items, picking them up, and crying about it. Like, the drops have to be like PSO for sure. Like, you kill a monster, something drops on the floor. You need that. You need that loot explosion. But it can't be like PSO2 where you kill a boss and then boom, you have 20 or 30 different rare drops just coming out of one monster. And they're all the same item drop, and none of them have good stats. Like, no, that's bad. One monster, one kill, one item. Games are in 3 groups: PS0, PSZ, PSU, PSP, and PSO2 and Genesis. No, that's exactly how I kind of do it as well. They're all Phantasy Star related, but none of them are the same game, really. Like, even PSO and PS0, those are, you can treat those as like kind of separate games as well. But PS0 definitely is the closest thing to a PSO game you have outside of the main series. I'm not supposed to do this here. Whoops. Right, if I go, okay, I can just unequip my mag. If I go into the day relay fight and the mag gives me shift to D-band, it overwrites the level 20 shift to D-band I have now. I gotta unequip you. And then I gotta remember to re-equip you in the fights. It should be easy enough. This fight doesn't start right away. It gave me a target for half a second. It wasn't in range though. Not fast enough. Casual in-game damage? What are you talking about? That's not enough damage for endgame. Yeah, EP Soul Leader is far too strong for V-Hard. Absolutely. I'm still having fun with it, though. Bruh. It's just too good. What do you want? If I wasn't supposed to have this, I would have taken it out of the story. Right? Like 15 years ago when he made it, he would have taken it out of the story, right? He wouldn't let people have it if it was too strong. Too strong for V-Hard, too weak for all. It's a starter weapon. It's supposed to be a starter weapon, Ios. It's not supposed to break the world. Mostly. I already have Gears 11. Breaks 3/4 of the world? Yeah. At least it's the weakest of the enhancement pack boss weapons, but it still has Zerk. Yeah, I mean, if Zerk is good in enhancement pack, then totally. But as far as I'm aware, the meta is going to be finding a stronger weapon and just doing normal heavy heavy, right? Or normal heavy. I don't have a reason to use Zerk outside of a strong weapon. That last 1/4 is where I spend the majority of my time? Yeah, for sure. Imagine if I was just playing the vanilla game and didn't have the enhancement pack one. Get away heavy sometimes doesn't change enemy evasion, but basically it's special and good enough, it'll be doing just fine. It'll be fine doing just that. Yeah, fair enough. I keep saying I wanted to experience, I wanted to experience V2, and I do have a character in Ultimate already, ready to go, and experience V2 for the vanilla version, what it's worth. But here I am playing the enhancement pack version because I wanted to do ludicrous difficulty. I should really go just experience vanilla first before I get into enhancement pack. Because I feel like I'm gonna ruin myself with the experience. Or take experience away from myself, you know? Oh right, this Frost Claymore does more damage than my Soul Eater with heavy attacks by a little bit. I forgot about that. That's fine, I don't care anymore. Yeah. All right, I gotta try and beeline it to the ruins a little bit. I have 20 minutes. I probably get through the mines and get the areas to reset, and that'll be about it. And that's all I'll have time for today. If vanilla ult is... So here's the thing about version 2. Version 2, the ultimate mode, and just on Dreamcast is really hard to get into until you find your first ultimate weapon. The first weapon you find in ultimate difficulty will just like make it stupid easy for you to get through the rest of the game. Like the way that it's been explained to me and the way I keep hearing it being explained is version 2 is very hard to start ultimate mode, but once you get started, it's easier than GameCube. And that's what I want to try and experience. So me being on the enhancement pack is probably not doing me any favors. If I have access to online, I don't have access to online just yet. I'm still currently planning on exclusively playing offline, just to dick around. I might get online down the way a little bit, but at this moment I don't have. I do have plans to go online. I don't have plans to do it right now, you know? Ooh, special weapon. This motherfucker. Why is this in every difficulty? Fuck you, Photon Club. Get the fuck out of here. From your experience with optimal setup, everything, enhancement pack alt can end up easier than vanilla? Really? The ludicrous difficulty can end up easier than the vanilla. Well, I'm just gonna have to experience both. I'm gonna have to, like, after I get this guy to the ultimate difficulty, I'll have to hop on my vanilla guy and just go through ultimate and vanilla. Vanilla V2. And then compare and contrast. Because if I recall correctly, my my vanilla Humar in ultimate difficulty is in the caves already, or up to the caves. Jesus Christ, these guys hurt. I'm glad I didn't get crit there because I was dead. I gotta start using D-band. That's my problem right now. I'm not increasing my defense, only my attack. Why does the camera bobs up and down so much? Anytime you hit like an elevation change, the camera goes up and down with your character. That's why. It is very janky to see, and I can understand why people are annoyed with it. I genuinely didn't notice it until someone pointed it out. I'm like, oh, that's a thing, I guess. Mostly just God Battle, since that 40% speed boost in Enhancement Pack and Zalor because of map reasons. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. If you increase an enemy's defense, reducing their defense even lower with Zalor by a percentage would make it stronger. And yeah, having Heavenly Battle attack speed is definitely going to be one of those things that I'm gonna forget about after I just start using it. Right, for those that don't know, the Enhancement Pack, I've increased the God Battle attack speed to 40%, which is Heavenly Battle, the Blue Burst attack speed. And then the Devil Battle is God Battle attack speed. The Ultimate Shield! Oh, I found it! I found the Ultimate Shield! I'm gonna keep the Ultimate Shield so I can use it when I hit the right level. Maybe I should keep the Imperial Barrier as well for increasing defense. Why? You want to know why? Ask Ives. I don't fucking know. I'm just playing the game, dude. I don't have all the answers. Okay, my casting speed is actually starting to be good enough to hit things, which is nice. Yeah, I need to change something. Experience Enhancement Pack boss weapons, so that's part of it as well, especially since Enhancement Pack made S ranks grind to 250%. Wow. Yeah, I honestly feel like if I were to go online and get an S rank weapon, I'd probably just make things far easier than they need to be. So I want to try and avoid that as much as possible until I've actually experienced stuff without it, if that makes sense. Eh, good healing ring, fuck it. I'm too lazy to use my fluids. No, I'm not. I'm good. Let's get through the mines. I got 15 minutes, 14 minutes. I get through the mines, I unlock the ability to go through the areas tomorrow and just unlock everything. Also, the sooner I get the ruins, the sooner I can get the good units. I can get a god battle or a devil battle in the ruins or something like that, right? Ooh. An actual ballista from drop here. Never mind. Although that is an A-beast barista with 10%, but I think the other... Ooh, hit material. Hit material one more time! Ooh! Hello. Actually, I think that's gonna go... I'm keeping the trap search on. I think I'm getting rid of one of the master abilities. Yep, I'm aware of that one. So I have a devil battle. Why did Sega nerf it so much? Sega didn't nerf it. Sega... Ives buffed it. Sega didn't nerf it. Ow. Shit. Yeah, vanilla attack speed is, what, 10, 20, 30% for general devil god battle? I've buffed it to where the general battle is devil battle vanilla speed, so 20, 30, 40%. Because 10% attack speed isn't that much. You can feel it if you, like, watch very, very carefully, but it really doesn't do any kind of improvement for most people. I found it useful as a kid. Because any amount of attacking faster was good. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy having heavenly battle attack speed outside of Blue Burst. I guess I'll just have to, like, try it and find out. Because I am perfectly fine with God Battle Speed. I think God Battle Speed is, like, the sweet spot. But that's also, for me, playing the GameCube for so long, that just attacking faster feels weird. Am I the only one? Does anyone else experience that kind of similarly, where you play GameCube for so long that you switch to Blue Burst and having heavenly battle speed just feels off? Since you can stun lock phase 1 like in BB, I mean, you can stun lock him in phase 1 without the... You can stun lock him without a battle unit. I've done it before. Only problem is you're just limited by how many screens you have, or at least the way I stun lock him. You're limited by the number of screens. Because if you break all the screens, then you can't anymore. Oh yeah, without a battle speed, without that unit, I wouldn't have been able to hit that. Basically free with it. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not disagreeing. You're absolutely right. And Volop is basically free. Volop is Volop. That's all I can say. Volop is Volop. Like what else? Yeah, and I'm gonna keep a soul atomizer just in case I need to use it for some reason. In case I get paralyzed. This sucks. I like having a stack of souls in my inventory just to be safe. Alright, I'm gonna bum rush Volop. This is the short map, so this is good. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit more like a Humar now. With the increased attack speed. Food's done. Money, I don't care. Okay, I got 7 minutes. I think I can get through here in time. I'm just gonna not dick around. Okay, that was weird. I swear I turned towards him. Did Ives send the... You did send Ives the stuff about the patches, so maybe he'll do something with it. That'd be cool. Having quest drops is more fun. Very dumb design choice. Agreed. That's very exciting to know. I know Ives might not do anything with it like right away, as he's been doing a ton of stuff on like GameCube programming. So he's probably burned out and needs a break. Which I don't blame him for. He does a lot of stuff here. For the good of all of us. He just happens to be my supplier. He feeds my addiction. Yeah, hopefully something good comes out of that. I'll let him cook. No need to rush the chef. Alright, come on, give me another Photon Claw. Baby, come on, Photon Claw! Oh, Imperial Barrier. Damn it. You probably also wants to test it out. There's no issue with that. You haven't personally experienced it yet, though. Cool. Yeah, I know Sir Tests a Lot is going to have a lot of testing to do. Use this right away. Get the maximum amount of value out of it. A wizard's technique. Would that be worth using on a Humar? Just for if I was like on the cusp of a shift speed increase. Can't back into this. I'll just go. Maybe you're gonna do the thing in the video you sent, George. I don't know what you sent in the video. I didn't watch it. You have to give me a sec. Oh, right, shit. I was waiting on a text from my brother. He was going to tell me the name of the guy I need to know. I don't remember the name of the supervisor from my previous job. There was a weird time. Ooh, blade dance. Look at the blade dance. Look at it, how beautiful it is. Skip that. I can't touch the tower. Yeah, if Ives would ever want me to help him test stuff, I would love to. Especially if it's on Dreamcast. I need to figure out how to get online on Dreamcast first. I have been told by Ives that my broadband adapter, if I get a broadband adapter, would be the easiest way to do it for me. He also told me that because I'm playing through GDMU, my game has a very high susceptibility to crashing. Which I was not aware about at the time. And he suggested get the disc, but I don't want to put my disc drive back in my system. I also don't have a way to burn, I'd have to go out and purchase a way to burn the game to a disc, since I currently don't have a way to do that. Did he just fucking point blank fucking laser me? Fucking melee lasers. He thinks he's Fox McCloud. There's some more to pick up. Where was it? Oh, there. That's what I wanted to pick up. Part of 7. There it is. Club of Lack. Yeah, it sells for money though. For a Club of a Lack of a better thing. Oh! Is that it? Okay, I misunderstood how he explained it then. It was like 2 in the morning and I just quickly read the message. Something about how GDMU... Okay, so, I'll have to reread his message. He said something about pushing a button to launch the game. So, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so does the button inside the GDMU, launch the game if I just push it? How does that work? I don't know how that works. Damn it. Of course it wears off at this moment. I thought my mag may be invincible for a second, so I quit moving and started shooting again. No, it cast Rusta. I'm dumb. Oh no! It's 1! I'm at the boss! I gotta run! Go fast! Go fast! Open menu and open source variant for the menu hasn't had any issues with playing. Yeah, I have mentioned something about that as well. I should go back and read the message though, for real. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out later. Currently fighting a boss. I think pillars might be a little bit faster than the screens. I'm still gonna go for screen damage though. Alright, time to do some very dangerous shit. Because it's time for me to go to work! The proper way to read upon all this, you just have to rely on hearing someone. Yeah, that's my problem, is I rely on listening to people who I believe know more than me about stuff, and that's proven to lead me to a bunch of misinformation. Okay, I was just 1 damage off. I was playing it safe because I didn't want to die there. Alright, obviously I have to check the boxes after I beat the thing, even though I'm already late for work. Or late for lunch, rather. Holiness armor. The slots. Over. Soul. Ryuker. Wow, Ryuker. Thank you. Alright. Oh. I saw the door. Alright, good enough. Alright, I gotta get going. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I can actually start when I wake up rather than after having to go do stuff. Actually, feedbacks. Yep. Alright, now time to go. Thanks for watching. I'll be back around sometime. Toddles.